Uh, Here I am to teach Kiluba again today, as I promised you that I will try to teach more Kiluba too, so that those who would like to go down there to the DR Congo to teach in that area of the south of the Katanga, to the north Katanga, to teach Kiluba, they would they, they could benefit of these teachings, and all those who think they need to learn this language, the language of their fathers and grandpas, and can join me in order to learn it. So I say I will be learning, teaching. Since I don't have any book or any, so I'm getting creative, and I said last time that we'll be using the proverbs. From the proverbs, we learn verbs and whatever we can find in those in that proverb of the day. So I'll be trying to do everything I can to teach at least once a week a proverb, and that's why I'm coming today to let you know that we have a new proverb. And contrary to what we studied last time, we learned the proverb, which was abe kwafukamine kotambwene mpaji. We learned that one, and before even you sit down or before even you kneel, you see coming those terrible ants, and they are trying to hurt you. And we learned that that's just mean that when you arrive a place and people are nice, and not before even you settle, people are not nice to you, you know that's not the right place to be. So that's why the proverb said, if somebody can tell you clearly before they can just say kwafukamine kotambwe nempaji, immediately you know who maybe I'm not welcome in this place. So you try to be very careful. You may believe or you can trust God and continue living there. So it's a proverb to warn us when we are in those kind of situations. Here another proverb today. It's abe omba or abe omba kudim kose le ami uja mukose iwakale abe omba kudi mukose le ami uja mukose iwakale. This just say that the one who is playing the drum is playing the drum energetically, with energy, with no laziness. And why the person who is dancing have to dance with laziness? This is a leadership proverb. So, yewa omba ngoma, yewa omba ngoma, womba na with energy. The omba means komba means is to play drum. The one who's playing drum with high speed, with energy, with joy. Why the one who's dances with laziness? So this doesn't mean that when the leader is energetic, is working with joy, with strength, with it's very is there on time all the time at work, for instance, and that stuff. Why are the followers, people who work with him, who are following him, are lazy, are not doing what he's saying to do or what he's doing? They are not following his steps. That's what it says. Why are they supposed to be that way? So I feel like it's one of the probably proverb to probably a leader himself can use it to tell his followers, I'm playing the drum, I'm doing things with all energy. Why you are my followers, you who have to dance according to my drum, you are not following that. There is what we call a very cacophonic way of acting. So you're not dancing the way I want you to dance with the high speed. So let's go through that proverb. I hope you retain it. I don't know, I'm doing everything I can I don't have a very sophisticated way of presenting things. This is the way I wrote it down in case people wanna see what's going on. So here it say Ave. I break them down. Ave means you. If you tell somebody Ave, last time we also talked about Ave, I believe, or Ave means you. And if somebody call you Ave, instead they calling you, you can respond. Otherwise, Ave is not the best way of calling anyone. Here in Ave means you. Ave omba, Ave omba kudi mukose. Ave means you who is playing, who is drumming, and you who drums, you drum with energy. Ave, you. Omba means hit or drum, and you know when you say drum, you see the drum and you hitting it. So Ave omba. In Kiluba, ngoma means drum. Omba means to hit that drum. So Ave omba means hit, or omba or komba. Omba means to drum. So the verb komba means to drum. I think that's enough. I'll go forward. I don't want to do too many minutes teaching this. I would like people to be having few minutes just to think about it and practice for a week and come back again next week to learn more. And so then the other word is le ave. So it said ave omba kudi mukose, le ami uja mukose iwaka. So ave omba kudi mukose, le ami. Le, I'm trying to study. It's just le is a question mark. It's just le means why or where. I find many ways le comes in the sentence, like le udipi, which means where are you, for instance. Le udipi, or le udipi. There is a udi. Le udipi means where are you. Le udipi means where is he. So we worked on this one day. I told you there is a udi and the udi and so on. This is not that's not the topic today. I will continue. So le ami means why or why me, why me or why I. That's what it means. Le ami, why me or why I. And uja means dance or dances. Uja means dances. I dance. So if I'm dancing, you ask me what are you doing, I say uja. Uja means it's the third part of the verb, which is been uja. He dances. So the sentence said le ami uja mukose iwakale. Why I who dances must be lazy or must be slow, must not be energetic like the leader. That's where the proverb is said. And then we pass that part. I'm running curiously. Let me know if you have to be very, very slow or I'm too slow for you, but I'm trying to balance it. Depend how many people react and say, wow, that was too slow, or that was too quick, or you don't care and or just all right and let it be. Mukose means lazy. That's what I believe. Mukose means lazy or laziness or less energy, less energetic. Low energy is mukose. Somebody who's what can I say? Somebody who's udina mukose. Somebody who's the less energetic, or somebody who's lazy. Namukose. So you're dancing with mukose, you're dancing with laziness, or you're dancing with fatigue, you're dancing with without energy. So mukose, without energy, and then udi namukose means you have no energy, or you are lazy. People say, wow, oh, namukose. Sometimes you say namukose means that you are tired, or you are lazy, or you don't have energy. And then somebody say that, wow, you don't have kudi pona mukose to do something. Kudi po means you don't have laziness to do something, and something gives you less energy to do. So they kind of say that you don't have energy to do something, you don't have motivation to do something. That's they put it in part of mukose, which is laziness or fatigue or less motivation. Let's go to the last part. Last part is I. That's part of this part or rubric, or part of the teaching is the last part is iwaka, and why eat. That's what it was. What for, or why eat. And e means most likely eat. That's why I believe. Wa, for. Ka, what, or only. And so we will talk progressively as we discover. You discover this, and I discover this. We all discovering, and I pass time thinking about all those and trying to line them up with what we know in English and what we know in other languages. I speak many other languages, so I'm trying to kind of bring this close to what the best explanation I can give to you. So let's continue studying. So iwaka means what for. And I would say, for instance, iwaka means what for. It's for what. We can try to give it like literally. Eat for what? Iwaka. And mukose iwaka. Laziness, it's for what? Why are you supposed to be lazy when your leader, the one who is drumming, the one who's playing the drum, is dancing energetically, and you who have to follow the drum, you're dancing in a lazy way, or less energetically, or you are not energetic? So that's not right. That's what it means. So the one who's leading you is playing the drum with all energy, and you who is his follower, you don't have energy. So the follower have to follow in his, and I must follow in the word of God. That it said this, instead of playing that way, you dancing differently. So let's continue. And so I have that part, and the last part of almost the last part. I can call it probably the last part of this, because we have to finish. And the verbs, I always try to finish with the verb. We take the verb from the proverb, and the verb to drum, komba. I said komba. I discovered that if you have to say you are playing the drum, you are drumming, so you are doing it now, you will say ngomba. Then it's somebody else, we say omba. Then let's say ngomba. This is you who's playing, as I would say omba. Then if it's the next person next to you there, I will tell you omba. Ngomba. I will say ngomba, ngoma, ngomba, ngoma. Ngoma, it's the drum. I'm playing the drum. I will say ngomba, ngomba, ngoma. omba, ngoma. Omba, ngoma. Then the plural will be tomba, ngoma. All of us. Then if you are many of you watching, I would say momba, ngoma. Then if we talking about others who are playing the drum, we say bomba, ngoma. Okay? I think you got it. So let's say ngomba, ngoma, omba, ngoma, omba, ngoma, tomba, ngoma, bomba, bomba, you as we're talking about you, momba, ngoma, then all of us, we are talking about others over there, they say bomba, ngoma. So that's the drum. That's really say it actively. Then if we finish komba ngoma, we finish playing the drum, and then you just finish and somebody say, oh, what were you doing? We say naomba ngoma. So I played the drum. Naomba ngoma, waomba ngoma, wa. We're telling that person waomba ngoma. If it's all of us, say tomba ngoma, tuba omba ngoma. So if we played and we stop it, we recently just stopped and somebody asking and said tuba omba ngoma, then we would say muba omba ngoma, because we heard you playing. You just done muba omba bomba ngoma. So I'll stop there with komba. Another verb we discover in this study, it's a verb kuja. Kuja means to dance. Some people love to dance. I'm not one of them. I love to sing. So komba ngoma. Done. Now kuja is to dance. If you are dancing, if I'm dancing now, I would say nja. So I'm dancing nja. Then if you dancing, I'll say uja. Okay? Nja, uja. Then if we look behind next to us, we see somebody dancing, we say uja. So uja. A very tiny difference. It's amazing how I grew up retaining that difference. I didn't even know they were really mostly just like you wrote, written the same way. Written the same way. It's just like little intonation changing the way you pronounce it. Let's start over. Nja, uja, tuja. All of us are dancing. Tuja, and then muja. We're saying that you are many of you there, and we are many of us, or I'm alone. I say muja. Then we turn. We tell other people, 2 or 3 or more there who are dancing. We say baja. Okay, so that's the present when they are dancing. So nja, uja, tuja, muja, baja. All right, that's done. And then if we just finish dancing, and then the kuja means I dance. Ja, I dance. You dance. I would say I believe it's not I dance, but I'm dancing. Okay, ja, I'm dancing. Uja, you dancing. So it's now. It's going on. It's what we can say in English a present a continuous tense, something like that. So it is a continuous movement. And ja, uja. So he is dancing, and I'm dancing, you're dancing, he's dancing, we dancing, you are dancing, they are dancing. Nja, uja, tuja, muja, baja. Okay? And then now, if we have to say, we just finished dancing and somebody asks, what's going on? I say, what did you just do? Say nage. Okay, I danced. Nage, wage. So nage, wage, tuvage, muvage, abage. All right, so we'll finish there. Too many minutes. It's already 20 minutes. I have to quit. So let's continue studying. If you are very excited about it, please let me know and keep informing us if there is something we can do to improve. If many of you send the same message here and there, I notice that I will try to do my best to change. I love to teach Sikiluba because I know I have a privilege to know the language, and I know I'm not the expert, but I know something about it. That's what I'm trying to translate to you. All right, God bless you, and looking forward talking to you again. God bless.